Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have another budget knife to share with you guys and gals today. This isn't going to be quite as fancy as the last one. Oh, yeah. The Vastid Bellamy. If you haven't seen this one, you can go check my video out. This thing has more ways to open than you can shake a stick at. I'm telling you. Anyway, let's get in here and see what this one's all about. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you, patrons. Thank you, channel members. You guys are all freaking amazing. And this is one of those weird boxes. You know what? Let's just see. Oh, the unboxing knife for the win. Oh, yeah. You know, we'll just do an open door style. How about that? But yeah, so I'm really excited when I do the fancy knives, you know, like that one. But I'm also very excited. Did I say excited, as in chicken? I'm very excited when I get to show one like this because these, I mean, budget knives are my thing. That's just what I enjoy. Because, well, I'm on a budget for one thing. And by the way, this, the Trivisa, that's what I'm going to call this now, is the Trivisa, because I actually went on Google and did the whole tell me how to say it thing. So it wasn't, maybe Google's right, maybe they're wrong, but I'm going to go with Trivisa. But this one, this is the Trivisa Lynx, and I have a video on this one and a breakdown, disassembly. You can go check that out too. But here is this one, the Trivisa Fuzzy. It's the Trivisa Orion-03Rb, and man, they come in really nice packaging. This one costs like $41.99, and golly, the packaging's like what you get with the fancier knives. And man, this is one of those ones that I'm like careful trying not to break it, and people are like, dude, you didn't get into the knife till like so many minutes. Well, you know, that's life. Here we go. There's a good look at the box. Check that out. That is sweet. Better material and craftsmanship. So are you ready? Here we go. I always picture, or sound, I always hear that sound when I open a box like that. Comes with a really nice, I don't know, what is that, felt type thingy-mabob? And here's the little insert, and I think this is really cool that they have quality control, and it's quality control, and it passed. I think that is really cool. I mean, that's telling me that someone actually checked it over, and it just didn't go just straight in the box. So that's pretty sweet. Here we go. Oh, look at, oh, it comes with the cleaning cloth, by the way. Nice soft cleaning cloth, and here it is. Now, you know what? Normally, when I see the knives in red and black or red, I'm like, don't do it just because they're your favorite colors. Not every knife can be red or black. So I haven't bought, I don't know if I've bought more than 1 or 2 red knives. So I was like, do it this time. You always say you should do it. And here you go. Finally, there it is. That's pretty sweet looking. Oh, it has some nice texture. We'll get into the texture here in a minute. So there's the red and black. Now this comes in 3 different colors. You can get the red and black, the OD green, and then the black. So you have options, and I'm really curious. This is going to be a full-size knife. I can already tell by the length of the handle. And there's the Trivisa. That's how I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And let's see if we can pop this thing off here. Can we pop it off? There we go. Got it. Are you ready to see this blade? Pow! Right in the kisser. There it is. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Now, on the website, it says that it's vacuum heat treated to between 58 and 60 HRC, and this is D2 blade steel, and you normally wipe it off. There we go, much better. So this is a titanium-coated stone wash, and it looks pretty cool, And we'll see if these have any function here in just a minute. Look at that. So what would you call that? Is that a drop-ish, point-ish clip, big clip point, major clip point? It's not too bad. It doesn't have the real heavy-duty clip as a clip point, but what would you call it? You tell me, is it a modified clip point? But you know what? Let's go ahead. While we're at it, let's just get up in here. All up in his business. No branding on this side, which is a very nice thing. And there's the Trivisa symbol, and there is some texture vision. So the texture, it's not aggressive. I would say it's just right. It feels really good. Has a nice texture to it. Trying to get you all the little views there. There you go. There you go, little fella. And looks like no lanyard hole and a back spacer going on. So no lanyard for you lanyard lovers. You lanyard lover. And here's this side. All nice and clean. And so the only thing you have on the blade and the hair sticking out of my fingernail is a D2. So that's nice. It's very clean. Here's this side, very nice and clean looking. And here's this side. So I tell you what, before we get all up in right up in this business, let's get the specs real quick. I'm gonna take a stab at the weight. Did you get that? I'm gonna guess the weight and then we'll do the specs in less than 60 seconds. You know, this feels kind of like my Mannix 2. I'm gonna go with 4.9. And it is. Oh, 4.93. Yes, see, man, where's my Mannix? Check this out. The Mannix is like right at 4.9. See, told you. I know how much my Mannix weighs. Just saying. Are you ready? Go. So your total length is 8.219 inches. Your blade style is a clip point. That's what I'm calling it. Your blade steel is D2. It has titanium coated stone wash. Your total blade length is 3.5 inches. Your sharpened blade length is 3.52 inches. Your blade width 1.04 inches. And you got a hefty blade stock thickness of 148 thousandths of an inch. Your thickness behind the edge is 19 thousandths of an inch. Your handle material is G10. And your close length from tip to tip is 4.66 inches. Your handle width 1.06 inches, and then it's just a tad wider right here at 1.10 inches. Your handle thickness is 0.63 inches, and your opening methods are going to be, well, pretty much a flipper. And then what's in the pivot? We're going to find out because we're going to break it down. We're going to disassemble it. We're going to see what's inside. And your pocket clip is right side tip up only, and your hardware is T8 body screws. How about that? And this is the Orion-03Rb. Will she cut some paper? Well, we're about to find out. Ooh, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, I love it when they come sharp out of the box. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. That's 2 in a row from Trivisa. We've already gone up and down both sides. Let's see how she... Wow, it is rock solid. No, I mean, I'm giving it some pressure too. And you can see the stop pin right there. Big old nice, big old stop pin. And I can see some bearings going on in there. The question is, I wonder if they're going to be steel or ceramic. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to guess steel. We will find out. But are we centered? Let's see. Yes, we are centered. Yeah, we're centered. How about the lockup? What's the lockup looking like on this bad boy? I'd say we're right in the middle. I'd say we're a good 50%, no problem. And you know, that tip is pretty strong. This is going to be a good work knife. It has a hefty blade stock thickness. It's not too thin behind the edge. It's got a nice tip. You know, it's always good to have a nice tip. How about in and out of my pocket? Nice and comfortable? Yeah, no hang-ups at all. I was kind of wondering what it would feel like. Here's a good look at the clip. Now you can see we have some mushrooms growing in the shade right there, but they weren't, I could feel them going, but they weren't grabbing. So I think it's, you know, it's a little worse when the bottom of the pocket clip down in there, when it's not inset, but this one's inset into the G10, and I bet that's going to help with ergos. It usually does, because look at the small profile. That sucker is not sticking out a lot at all. So let's do some quick size comparisons. We'll run through these real quick. Like there's a Spyderco Para 3 and it's Spyderco Tenacious. I love my Tenacious. So this is not a small knife. I know a lot of you comment on some of the knives. You're like, I like a bigger knife. Well, there you go. Full size handle. And this is the new Trivisa Lynx, which I just did a review on. And the QSP Penguin. I gotta have that one in there. If you don't have a Penguin, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And here's the ST129 Sativian. Really like this one. Still haven't decided what to call it yet. I got to call it something. And this one, I really like this one from Sencut. This is the Episode. And how about the Civivi Backlash? Man, this one right here is tried and true. But I'm trying to bring in a little bit of the clip point action to give you an idea of the size. And look at that. Nice full size everything. Full size blade, full size handle. I mean, this is going to be a good work knife. Definitely. The Civivi Brazen. How about that? Do you have a Brazen? And here, you talk about a work knife. The Real Steel H6. Man, this is one bad mamma jamma. Love it. Absolutely love it. And you know what? Let's bring this dude out. And I'm going to go ahead and bring mine out. I'm borrowing this rat. And here's my rat. There's the Ontario Rat version 1. So looking straight down at it, as far as handle, the rat just has a hair more back here. But if you look, the rat pulls your fingers in there. You've got plenty of room. And then how about blade? Putting a pivot to pivot. Look at that. Plenty of blade, plenty of handle. Okay, let's check out the deployment and the fidget factor and the ergos. Before we do that, real quick, tap that subscribe button. You want to make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's coming up on Beez Blades. And definitely hit the bell, and right above it, hit all. That's how you don't miss what's coming out. And it doesn't cost anything. It's just YouTube's way of saying, oh, by the way, Beez Blades put a new video out. You might want to see it. You might want to check it out. So let's see. Doesn't look like we have a whole lot of options. Can I pinch it open? Ooh, I can't. Yeah, but I wouldn't say that's the preferred way because it doesn't have a lot of room to grab a hold of that. How about the old light switch? Pow, right in the kisser. Oh, the action's pretty good. That's not too bad. You have to give it a little bit of shake. All right. How about push button? Yeah, so you can push button or light switch it, no problem. The action's really, really good. How about the detent? Yeah, it's good. Me pushing really soft. There, I can get it to fail, but it's not easy. Just pushing it really gently makes it snap out. How about left-handed? Pow. Really nice pass through. Easy to use with my left hand. What about the ergos with the clip-on? The ergos with the clip-on, my middle finger hits the tip right there. Just the tip. It hits this flat. It's not uncomfortable. I would say it depends on how you hold with your left hand. I'm not left-handed, but it feels pretty comfortable, and it's definitely easy to use. The flipper works great. It's easy to, man, that pass-through is really nice. It's not heavy-duty, but I said duty. Look at that. It's real easy to get through. Always appreciate that. I don't have to dig my finger. I don't have to use my fingernail. Just push to the side, and there you go. Now, for ergos, my hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. Let's see what it looks like. Look at that. Nice, full purchase. I'm squeezing to see if there's any hot spots. I'm not feeling anything. Let's see. Okay, so I can feel something. And this is, you already know if you watch Beez Blades, this is one of my nitpicks on G10 knives, is right here on the inside of the G10. It's kind of sharp. I mean, it's not, it's not cut me sharp, but it's not comfortable. But this is something else. It doesn't have the inset liners, so you don't feel any of the inside of that G10. This is all smooth. The only place I can feel the G10 is just right here on the inside where the lock bar is going to go over and hit. So that would be a minor thing. And how about this? Sharpening coil, there's not a whole lot of sharpening coil. You can see right there is the end of the plunge grind. So 1 or 2 sharpenings and you're going to be right up in the plunge grind. So that's a couple of nitpicks to see. Other than that, the handle's pretty comfortable. I wouldn't say it's contoured, but I would say it's contoured. So this is what I'm noticing. You can see, well, maybe you can see, there's a ridge right here. And then there's a ridge along this side in the back, right up in here. There's some jimping going along right along there, but the jimping, I wouldn't say, I mean, it does make contact, maybe if you're putting your thumb down in there, but I don't think it really serves a purpose. I think it's more aesthetic than anything, unless you have your finger on the side of the the side of the scale. Other than that, the rest of it feels pretty good. This is kind of 90 degree-ish. It's not chamfered. The edges right here are not chamfered, but they're also not sharp. They're like, hey, I'm right here, but they're not sharp. They're not complainable sharp. So I have to say that the ergos feel really nice. It's comfortable in both grips. I like it. So let's take this apart and then we'll come back. All right, I'm going to go, let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. Check it out. So we're closed on this side, so there's only one way to work getting this pivot out. And I use a stubby Weehaw bit. Definitely, I'm going to show you stuff that I use in the disassembly, and I recommend them. There's links to all the knives in the video, everything I use. I have 10% discount codes to White Mountain Knives, Mojave Outdoors, a bunch of discount codes in there, Lancelot Leather. That's all in the description of the video. And if you don't know how to see it, you can email me, beezblades@gmail.com, and I'll tell you how to see it. To see all those links to all that awesome stuff and the stuff that I recommend, some awesome knives. So I'm just popping these out. And the stubby, I mean, I wouldn't say go all out and go fancy. Just get you a stubby. And here's that back screw. You can see it looks like it has just a wee bit. Speaking of what month it is right now, just a wee bit. But what do you call it? Thread locker. But these are all coming out really easy. I'm not having to use a lot of torque or anything. And these are nice because they are, what do you call that, where metal sticks to metal? Magnetic. And Get you a Weehaw bit set. I'm just saying. I'm just saving you the trouble. Look at here. It doubles. You'll have an extra driver. And I always recommend get 2 because you'll be at work or you'll be somewhere and you'll be like, oh man, I wish I had my bits with me. You got to have your bits with you. And you take this pocket clip out. These are T6s. Coming out real easy, not having any problems. And we'll see if I can talk and disassemble at the same time. I'm telling you what, I think it was the last disassembly. I struggle bust. Of course, I don't know if I can't remember if it was the last one that had all the goop on it, or if it was like savvy type stuff. And let me get my rag. And I just have some rubbing alcohol on here. And you know what? I don't think I've shown you, but I just have this little bottle. You can use any kind of these bottles. And I have alcohol in it because that way I have my little portable disassembly kit. And I don't have to have a whole big bottle of alcohol with me. So here's the inside. I'm just going to wipe all this looby-doob off of here. And tell you, don't forget about Beez Blades live at the Hive every Friday night. We have a blast. It is awesome. And man, I'm telling you what, all you that comment on every video, thank you so much for your support. This is when I do the disassemblies, it gives me a chance to take a minute and thank everyone for supporting the channel. And if you're not a Beez Blades member, or if you're not a subscriber, or if you're not whatever, subscribe. And all you have to do to help out the channel and support Beez Blades, if you like my content, is just hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. If you hit the thumbs up on every video, it helps. It helps a lot. It tells YouTube that other knife people might want to watch my content. So look at there. See that D shape? That is going to match the D because we have a D-shaped pivot. Yeah, my favorite. I love the D-shaped pivot. And here's one of my other favorites of taking knives apart is getting to see the cool bearings. And I guess they would be steel, and I was wrong. Ha ha! Look at that. This knife is what, 41 bucks, 42 bucks? And it has, yes, ceramic bearings. How about that? That is awesome. Man, this thing is going to be smooth. I have the feeling it's going to be even smoother. I mean, it has pretty good action. It is really oiled up. We're going to put our own on there. We're going to put some KPL knife pivot lube. But I want to know, what's a good dad joke you've heard recently? I know I'm opening a can of worms, but the last couple of live streams have been so busy and went so fast that I had that written down. I was like, tell me a good dad joke. I love it. My sisters, one of my sisters, she'll send me a dad joke every once in a while. I love lame dad jokes. I just saying, you know, they don't have to be raunchy or anything. You know, dad jokes typically aren't. And that's something else about the live stream is I don't cuss during the live stream. So it's family friendly. A lot of folks, you know, watch it on the TV with their kids in the house or whatever. So you don't have to worry about me cursing on the live stream. Look at that. Those are sweet. Love them, love them, love them. Love them. Some or love it. Nope, can't. You know, that's one thing about YouTube is you can't sing a song. You can't even sing Happy Birthday without them like demonetizing you or flagging you for copyright stuff. It's the craziest thing ever. So something else to get from KPL, and I just, like I said, I have a link down there. KPL knife pivot lube. Get some of these doodads. You get a pack of 50. They're not expensive, and you can reuse them. These little dudes. And I use these. You'll see what else I use them for here in a minute. So we have the pivot all nice and clean. And I'm just going to get the rest of this out. And we are good to go. Going back together. But get you some doodads and all that good stuff. So there we go. That's the whole thing. Just like that. Just like that. So let's put this back in. Oh boy, I bet I opened a can of worms with the dad joke thing. But I kind of wanted some to talk about on the live stream. Now, here's the KPL knife pivot lube regular. Here's the knife pivot lube heavy. Did I just say heavy? I love it when I just say weird words. And all you know, all my friends out there, you know I'm heavy-handed, so I like to use this to put the oil. It puts the lotion on its skin, or it gets the hose again. I know you know what movie that's from. But just gonna put some on all this. Gonna put some on the inside, just a little bit on the outside right here. And then over here, a little south of where I am, I think that's kind of how they talk. Maybe not quite like that, but I know they're very friendly. Let's see. We are jamming, mamming, and jamming.
getting this all in. And you know something I'm excited about? Well, a couple things. One, I like hearing about how your day's going. I love it when you tell me good morning. It's awesome. It really does brighten my day. I love it when everyone's like, hey, good morning, Beez. And it's awesome. We are a community. It is just sweet. Absolutely sweet. Now look here. See how there's an indentation right in there? I'm going to put the ball bearings, the open side, facing down into that indentation. That is typically how it works. Typically how they come when you get them, and it just typically works. Now all you normal, all you regulars, but you thought I was going to forget the KPL Heavy, didn't you? I've had some good goofs lately. I'm going to try to do this one goof-free. I wouldn't call them goofs. They're just, messing around. And that's something else that on the live stream is we have, the micarta emoji, just because it's easy. People do it on purpose. They distract me. But it's kind of fun. It's all in good fun. Put that dude on there facing up. And look at this. We are almost back together. We'll see. Hopefully we don't hit any snags and I don't forget any screws. But yeah, we've had a couple doozies lately putting them back together. But man, this one's going back just like it's supposed to. And let's see, our D shape is trying to put my finger right on the sharpened edge. Everything's clicking in. Feels good. Feels good. Yeah, there we go. Put this dude on. And how are we looking? I think we're looking good. This guy here is just sliding around. He just wants the screws to be put in. So I'm going to put the pivot in here and then give you my final thoughts. You've heard most of how I think about it. This is, okay, so here's the skinny. This is a good work knife. This is a great gift knife. That's something I've discovered is it is fun. It is awesome to give a knife as a gift. A lot of people won't buy themselves their own knife, but if you get them one, they start carrying it and they're like, why have I never carried a knife? Even quote unquote non-knife people. But, $42, like whatever it was. I think it's $41.99. But these are great gifts, birthday gifts. And that's something else, is that all of you ladies, all you women that have been coming in the chat and chatting on the videos and commenting on the videos, thank you very much. I so appreciate it. Mrs. Beez appreciates it. We both read the comments. I read them. I'll tell her what somebody says, and we get a kick out of it. I see your comments throughout the day. I can't always comment back until the evening sometimes. Sometimes I can comment right away. But I'll tell her something funny you said, or, sometimes you guys will be like, hey, tell Mrs. Beez I said hello. We are a big family and it's so much fun. So we are centered. Let's see, rock solid. It's a little tight. I'm going to loosen it up just a little bit. Now look how just a small increment going just that much, just a little bit. Make sure we're still solid. Absolutely solid. Ooh, getting better. And it is so solid, I'm going to loosen it up just a little bit more. Just a hair. And are we still solid? Yes. Man, this knife feels so solid. Did I say it feels solid? Oh, there's the action. Okay, back to the big screen. So you've heard my little nitpicks. There's nothing about a knife that I'm probably going to ever trash, because that's not in my personality. But I always will tell you the things that I'm like, okay, I'm noticing this, I'm noticing that. Now, if something's very sharp, I'm going to say it's very sharp. And well, in this one, the blade's very sharp. But look, the action has improved with taking it apart and cleaning it. Yeah, that's good. So for the price, what do I think? I think this is a great knife. It'd be a great gift knife, a great beater knife, depending on what your price range is, and a great everyday carry knife. And it's a full-size knife. It's not a baby one. It has plenty of purchase, and if you have bigger hands than me, you can see I have plenty of room left over. I like it. It's comfortable. I'm curious what you think about it. And as I always say, even if you don't have something to say about the knife, tell me what you had for breakfast. Just say hello. But until the next time I talk to you or see you in the chat or see you in the live streams, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.